So, hello guys, my name is Mohammad Izhaan Khan. Currently, I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in civil and environmental engineering from IIT Patna. So, today we are going to start a new unit, biomolecule. This is a topic from chemistry, not very important for maybe it is not in the advanced syllabus. It is only for means, and that too, it is not very important. All right, so but still there chances of a question coming are less, but the questions which do come are on the easier side. So it isn't like you can do it if you have time. You can take up this topic. It will give you easy marks. All right, so let's start with question number one, which is glycogen is a branched chain polymer of alpha D glucose units. All right, in which chain is formed by C1C4 glycosidic linkage. All right, we know this. Whereas branching occurs by the formation of C1C6 glycosidic linkage. Structure of glycogen is similar to what? See, listen, they've already told you that the glycogen, which is something like this, all right, this this is C1 C4 linkage, all right, but the branching which does occur is due to this C1 C6 linkage. Now here comes a CH2, and then we have again this ring structure. So this is C1 C4 linkage. This is C1 C6 linkage. All right. Now this whole figure, it is very similar to what? You just need to remember the diagrams of like diagrams and the structures. Those are important. So it is the structure of amylopectin. All right. So option number two is the correct one over here. Moving onwards, which of the following polymer is stored in the liver of animals? Okay. So we already know that stored in the liver. Glycogen is stored in the liver, right? The glucose is stored as glycogen. Now, next question. Sucrose is a disaccharide. One molecule of sucrose on hydrolysis gives what? So here you need to remember this reaction. This reaction is basically important. Okay. So C12H22O11, mark it important. All right. Now, H2, H plus. It will give you what? It will give you glucose. And this is D plus. D plus glucose. And along with this, you get another one, C6H12O6. This glucose is D minus. All right. So this is how a disaccharide breaks up. Now, mm, so which option is correct? One molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. So option three is the correct answer. See, sucrose is a dextrorotatory sugar. Okay, so on hydrolysis, it will produce a levorotatory mixture. So that is why this is called as an invert sugar. Now, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar, while maltose and lactose are reducing sugars. So you need to understand that this is an inverted sugar. All right. Which of the following pairs represent anomers? So basically, the anomers are what? The isomers will differ only in the configuration of the hydroxyl group at C1. Okay. Now let's check each one of them, which will differ only on the hydroxyl group. All right. So option C is the correct one. Option C is correct. Now moving on to question number five. Proteins are found to have two different types of secondary structure, namely alpha helix and beta pleated sheet structure. Alpha helix structure of protein is stabilized by what? So basically, it is a theoretical question. You just need to understand the theory behind it. So there are four options given, and the correct answer for alpha helix and beta pleated sheet. Alpha helix structure of protein. Alpha helix structure will be stabilized by hydrogen bonds. So option C is the correct one. A helix structure of protein is stabilized by hydrogen bonds. So a polypeptide chain forms all possible hydrogen bonds by twisting into a right-handed helix. Okay, it also has the amine group, NH group of each amino acid that will be residue hydrogen to that amide group in turn of helix. So now in question number 6, in disaccharides, the reducing groups of monosaccharides, aldehydic or ketonic groups are bonded. These are non-reducing sugars. Which of the following disaccharide is a non-reducing sugar? Okay, so basically a little theory has been given in the question itself that in disaccharides, if the reducing groups of monosaccharides, aldehydic or ketonic groups are bonded, these are non-reducing sugars. Which of the following disaccharide is a non-reducing sugar? Okay, so the correct option over here is option number B. Okay, so option number B. So this structure represents sucrose in which alpha D glucose and beta D fructose is attached by the C, and alpha D glucose has been attached with beta D fructose. Okay, and it is a C1 C2 glycosidic linkage. So since reducing groups of glucose and fructose are involved in glycosidic bond formation, this will be considered as a non-reducing sugar. Okay, if I need to draw the like in option C, say. So now question number 7. So which of the following acids is a vitamin? Okay, aspartic acid nahi, ascorbic acid yes, adipic acid nahi, saccharic acid nahi. So ascorbic acid is a vitamin C. Alright, aspartic acid एक amino acid होता है and it is a vitamin C. So you need to know this ascorbic acid. Okay, it is vitamin C. Okay. Okay, so next one, question number 8. Dinucleotide is obtained by joining two nucleotides together by phosphodiester linkage, between which carbon atoms of pentose sugars of nucleides. These linkages present what? 5 and 3 linkage. 5 and 3 linkages are present between pentose sugars of nucleotides. Alright. If I want to draw this, okay, I'll try to draw it for you. So first of all, I'll have a phosphate. See, this is the 5-degree end of chain. End of chain. And this is the 3-degree end of chain. Alright. So this is called the phosphodiester linkage. Alright. So now moving on to the next question, which is question number 9. The nucleic acids are the polymers of what? Again, theoretical type of question. So basically, the answer is nucleotides. Nucleic acids are the polymers of nucleotides. Example, DNA, RNA, and rest of these things. And again, over here, phosphodiester linkage can be found. The same linkage that I showed you previously. So there's a sugar over here, and a base is connected to it. Now a phosphate, PO3, all right. Phosphate. Again, the same unit. Same thing repeated. It will be connected with a sugar. Sugar will be connected to a base, and sugar will also be connected to a phosphate. Now, again, the same thing repeated. Phosphate is connected to what? Sugar. Sugar is connected to base, and sugar is also connected to a phosphate. So, this whole thing will be repeated multiple times. Next up, we have question number 10th. So, which of the following statement is not true about glucose? Okay, it is in aldohexose. Yes, it is. On heating with HI, it forms an hexane. ये भी होता है. It is present in furanose form. Hmm. So, C option is not true about glucose. Alright. Option C is the incorrect thing. Option C is incorrect about glucose. And in this question, they're asking which of the following statement is not true. So option C is the correct answer over here. All right. Question number 11. Each polypeptide in a protein has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence. This sequence of amino acids is said to be what? Primary structure. Hmm. Yeah, primary structure. यही तो बोलते हैं. So each polypeptide in a protein, okay, it has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence. Okay, so see these primary structures of protein, these polypeptides are the primary structure of proteins which are linked with each other and they finally form that RNA and DNA. So option A is the correct answer for question number 11. Next up, we have question number 12. DNA. Okay, so question number 12 says DNA and RNA contain four bases each. Which of the following bases is not present in RNA? Alright. Adenine, uracil, thymine, and cysteine. So, see, DNA will contain the four bases. DNA के पास चार bases होते हैं. Adenine, guanine, thymine, and cystosine. So, first of all, like this. DNA contains what bases? सबसे पहला होता है adenine, then guanine, AG, TC, thymine, and cysteine. So remember for DNA, we have AGTC or AGCT, whatever you can remember. Okay. And while RNA, now jump on to RNA. In RNA, it will contain the four bases adenine, uracil, guanine, and cysteine. AUGC. Okay. So adenine, uracil, guanine, and cytosine, I'm sorry, cytosine. All right. So RNA के पास we can see that thymine यहाँ पे missing है. And in this question, what are they asking? DNA and RNA contain four bases each. Which of the following is not present in RNA? So thymine is the correct answer for question number 12. All right. Now next up is question number 13. So in question number 13, which of the following B group vitamins can be stored in our body? Vitamin B12 can be stored in our body because it is what? Vita B12 can be stored, but why? But why can't B1, B2, B6? Simple answer. B12 is soluble in water. All right. Moving onward. Okay. Which of the following bases is not present in DNA? तो DNA के लिए भी हम लोगों ने क्या देखा था? AGCT. All right. Adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. लेकिन यहाँ पे यूरेसिल भी है. So that is the odd one out over here. So 14th का option number 4. Uracil is not present in DNA. All right. Now 15th. So three cyclic structures of monosaccharides are given below. Which of these are anomers? All right. First of all, tell me what is an anomer. See, in the cyclic structures, the structures which will differ in the C1 configuration, like C, you know what is a C1? C1 is the first carbon atom. There will be two structures in which the only difference will be in the linkage of the C1. All right. So those will be only difference. Okay, this is also important. Like there, none other difference should be there. So that is the condition for it to be an anomer. So if we check, hmm, so which one will be the anomer in the C1 linkage? Only C1 linkage. See, this is the C1 over it. This is the C1 over it. Okay, linkage HOH OHH changes na. So option number one is correct. Now moving onward to question number 16. Which of the following reactions of glucose can be explained only by its glyc cyclic structure? Okay. Which of the following reactions of glucose can be explained only by its got it. Hmm. Glucose from pentacetate. Yeah. See, the question is trying to ask you that this is one way to write. Okay. And then you'll just hydrate it or whatever, and then you'll get different things. The other thing is you draw the structure, okay, and then you see what bond is taking, and according to it, you make different structures. All right. So in some reactions, you cannot justify by just writing the formula. You have to show the structure and show. So that is the only way to understand. Okay, this is what they're asking. Now, glucose, when it forms pentaacetate, that is a simple reaction, right? And similarly, glucose reacts with hydroxylamine to form an enzyme. That is also a simple one. But pentaacetate of glucose does not react with hydroxylamine. This you cannot. See, option C. See, what is it saying? Pentaacetate of glucose and does not react with hydroxylamine. But why? Why will it not react? You need to draw the structure for it. Okay, you need to show that this oxygen cannot be removed from over here and things like that. This hydrogen cannot be removed from over here. This you all have to show. Okay, so this is how option C is the correct for this one. Now, question number 17th. Optical rotations of some compounds along with their structure are given below. Which of them have D configuration? Or like D configuration. Okay, first one का तो है. Alright. Lowest D के लिए क्या होना होता है? The carbon with the lowest, let's see, the lowest priority asymmetric carbon में OH should be on the right side for it to be a D. So 1 भी है, 2 भी है, okay, and 3 भी है, yeah. So 1, 2, and 3. Option 1 is the correct for this one. 1, 2, and 3. These all three. Okay. These all three will have D configuration. Now moving onward to question number 18. Structure of a disaccharide formed by glucose and fructose is given below. Identify anomeric carbon atoms in monosaccharide units. Okay. A carbon of glucose. हाँ ये तो सही है. A carbon of glucose that will be anomeric. A carbon of fructose. नहीं वो तो नहीं है. E भी नहीं. B carbon है ना. B carbon of fructose. So option C is correct. Carbon adjacent to oxygen atom in the cyclic structure of glucose or fructose, that will be the anomeric carbon. Now जो देखो anomeric का क्या मतलब है? जो ऑक्सीजन से जुड़ा हुआ हो. And in the structure that has been given to you, all right. See, A carbon of glucose and B carbon of fructose. Simple. So option number 3 is correct. इसको थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट कर सकते थे क्वेश्चन by switching the names of glucose and fructose so that you need to remember these diagrams, but leave it. Question number 19. Three structures are given below in which two glucose units are linked. Which of these linkages between glucose units are between C1 and C4, and which linkages are between C1 and C6? Okay. First option says A is between C1 and C4. B and C is between C1 and C6. No, wrong. A and C. A and C is between C1 and C4. B is between C1 and C. Yeah, option C is the correct. Okay, on seeing the diagram. By seeing the diagram, I can say that option C is the correct. It's a simple question. You just need to, note what point they are asking and what point has been given to you on the diagram. So starting off with the multiple choice. Okay. So multiple choice questions. In the following question, two or more options may be correct. All right. Now, see, the first question says that the carbohydrates are classified on the basis of their behavior on hydrolysis and also as reducing or non-reducing sugar. So sucrose is a what? Sucrose is a monosaccharide. No, sucrose is a disaccharide. All right. Is sucrose a reducing sugar? No, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. So this comes down to what? You learning the properties of the different sugars and carbohydrates and all these things. So sucrose ke bare mein you should know this. Like it is important for this question. There are more things, but as we go on, I'll just tell you. So there's a disaccharide. It is a disaccharide. All right. And it is a non-reducing sugar. Non-reducing sugar. All right. Next up is question number 21st. So proteins can be classified into two types on the basis of their molecular shape. It can be a fibrous protein or a globular protein. Examples of globular proteins are what? Insulin and albumin. These are the examples of globular proteins. In the globular protein, what happens is the structure of protein will be in spherical in shape. And why? Because the chain of polypeptides will coil around. So it will give a spherical shape. That is why it is known as a globular. Okay. Now, which of the following carbohydrates are branched polymer of glucose? Option A is correct. Amylose is not. Amylopectin and glycogen. These two are the branched polymer of glucose. So amylopectin and glycogen are the correct option. Now, next up is question number 23. Okay, so amino acids are classified as acidic, basic, or neutral depending upon the relative number of amino and carboxyl groups in the molecule. Which of the following are acidic? Acidic. Option number A, that is not acidic, all right. Don't get confused. COOH is there though, but the carbon to which COH is has been linked to as an amine group. So option A is correct. Incorrect. Option B is correct. It is a free COH. All right. And option D is also correct. Hmm. Option B and D are the correct answers. Okay. So now question number 24th. It says what? Lysine is what? Alpha amino, basic C amino. No. Amino acid synthesized in body and beta amino acid. Lysine is an alpha amino acid, all right, and basic C amino acid also. And beta amino, it is not a beta amino acid, and rest all three are correct about lysine. Next up, we have question number 25. Which of the following monosaccharides are present as five-membered cyclic structure, 4 and O structure? Which of the following monosaccharides are present as five-membered cyclic structure? Ribose is there, glucose is not there, and fructose is there. So ribose and fructose are presented as five-membered cyclic structures. Okay. Okay. So next up we have question number 26. So next is question number 26th, right? So in fibrous proteins, polypeptide chains are held together by what? So van der Waals force is no. No van der Waal नहीं. Disulfide linkage. Okay, disulfide. Hmm. Disulfide is correct. And next is electrostatic. Nahin. Hydrogen bond. Yes. So disulfide and hydrogen bond. These two are correct for fibrous proteins. Which of the following are purine bases? Guanine is a purine base and adenine is a purine base. Thymine and uracil are not purine bases. Alright. So question number 28. Which of the following terms are correct about enzymes? Name the sugar enzyme के लिए what is correct? The following terms are correct about enzymes. Enzymes are proteins. हाँ ठीक है. डाइन्यूक्लियोटाइड्स नहीं. न्यूक्लिक एसिड नहीं. बायोकैटलिस्ट भी होते हैं. सो एंजाइम्स आर जो आपका एंजाइम्स होते हैं दीज आर बेसिकली प्रोटीन्स एंड इनका फंक्शन क्या होता है बायोकैटलिसिस सो दीज आर बायोकैटलिस्ट ओके so we are moving on to the short answer type questions so we are starting the short answer type of questions so in question number 29 name the sugar that is present in milk. So first of all, lactose is present in milk. यहाँ तक का question बोला. How many monosaccharide units are present? So in lactose, two monosac are present, namely glucose and galactose. वो होता क्या है? We have a glucose unit and we have a galactose. Alright. Now, what are such oligosaccharides called? Such oligosaccharides are called disaccharides. Got this? How do you explain the presence of all the six carbon atoms in glucose in a state change? So glucose on prolonged heating with HI, अगर हम लोग करके देखें, then we'll get to know. See, there's a glucose over here. If we heat it with HI, what will we get? We will get an hexane. Alright, we will get a CH3, CH2, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, CH3. Alright, so this is an hexane. So this is the proof that we can put forward when we are asked about the is glucose in a state change or not. All right. In nucleoside, a base is attached at one position of sugar moiety. Nucleotide is found by linking of phosphoric acid unit to the sugar unit of nucleoside. At which position of sugar unit is the phosphoric acid linked in a nucleoside to give a nucleotide? So the phosphoric acid unit is linked to 5 carbon position of sugar है ना सी ओके तो ये होता है 1 यहाँ पे होता है 2 इधर ऊपर होता है बेस नीचे होता है OH 3 पे नीचे होता है OH 4 पे ऊपर होता है CH2 और ये होता है 5 तो 5 से अगर आपका PO4 माइनस अटैच्ड है ये न्यूक्लियोटाइड की यूनिट है न्यूक्लियोटाइड यूनिट